What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another 7 o'clock premiere. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen, I'm a firm believer in the idea that children should be able to govern their interactions with other children, unless it gets out of hand. Sometimes people have to step in, parents or just adults, and, try to be the voice of reasoning when things don't, can't be sorted out. I saw this story this morning. I figured I'd save this for my premiere tonight to talk with you guys, because I think this is absolutely disgraceful. And I think this is a poor example of a man being a parent. Now, there is no rule book on how to be a parent, but there's some things you just know that morally and ethically you have a responsibility to uphold and teach your children. Tonight's story, ladies and gentlemen, comes out of Pageland, South Carolina. Shout out, Pageland. And this occurred over the weekend, in which a planned fight between children at a gas station resulted in 11 people arrested. 7 of them were juveniles. 4 of them were adults. Now, this is supposed to be a one-on-one fight between 2 people. First of all, you had adults there. A 9-year-old boy was killed. He was taken there by his father, one of these adults, to a gas station to fight. Sunday morning, early Sunday morning. Guess what time it was? 1:30 in the damn morning. And your child lost his life. That's unacceptable. Here's the story, and we'll come back.
This morning, a community in Pageland, South Carolina is grieving after a 9-year-old was shot and killed outside a convenience store. Right now, 11 people, including 7 juveniles, are in custody connected to this shooting. WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane joins us live this morning, sharing how people in the area say this community is paying the price for the rise in violence. Richard.
Yeah, good morning to you, Lisa. Good morning, Ben. Good Monday morning, everyone. Just for perspective, the last time I was standing outside of Pageland Elementary School, it was because someone had been shot and killed. Again, this community dealing with tragedy and saying it all needs to stop. Police say someone shot and killed a 9-year-old at the Blue Sky convenience store parking lot in Pageland Sunday. Unfortunately, that child died. Police say 7 minors, 4 adults also in custody after the shooting. As police continue to investigate what led up to this incident, they haven't released details about any suspects. The tragedy, of course, hitting the community hard. Pageland Elementary School, where the child was a 4th grader, will have grief counselors on hand today to help classmates as well as staff process this terrible loss. Parents urged to talk to their children and to reach out to the school if they need additional support. But residents say they're both sad and angry that these types of crimes continue, and parents can help stop it.
People need to get on their kids. Literally, it's not like the older people that's doing it, it's kids. Like 16, 17, 18, 14-year-olds out here shooting. Like, how you don't know your kids got guns?
And again, police say this whole incident is still under investigation. When we get more information about those folks in custody and any charges they'll be facing, we'll let you know. Again, grief counselors will be on hand here at this elementary school. We're in Chesterfield County. This is Richard Devane. We'll send it back to you.
We're learning more details tonight about a Pageland shooting that killed a 9-year-old boy.
And 11 people, including the boy's own father, they were taken into custody today. WCNC Charlotte's Walker Lawson live from the scene. Walker, what else have you learned tonight?
Well, guys, what we do know from the sheriff is that this fight that happened between individuals here was a pre-planned fight, and that the kid who was shot and killed was brought by his father. His father is now facing charges.
It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. And I will tell you that with all the shootings that we've had, reckless.
Chesterfield County Sheriff Cambo Streeter emotionally frustrated with Sunday's early morning shooting that took place at the Blue Sky Mart convenience store parking lot.
These kids decided to go out on Sunday morning, 1:30, and two were going to fight. Still undetermined what they were going to fight about, but showed up. One of them was in the car with his family members, one was in the car with friends. And they got out there and things went wrong as the car was pulling away from the location. Somebody in the other vehicle pulled the gun out and fired shots at them.
Pageland Elementary School shared a message with families saying in part, quote, "We are heartbroken to share that one of our fourth grade students was tragically killed in another senseless act of violence." Mayor Jason Evans says the violence is getting out of hand.
There's steps that the county can take, and there's things that the state can take. There's certain things that our legislature can do to help us with this, because they cuff our solicitors as far as what they can and cannot do as far as prosecuting the minors. And most of these things, situations that are panning out, are nothing but minors.
Well, we can confirm that one of the juveniles is expected to be charged as an adult. Reporting in Pageland, Walker Lawson, WCNC Charlotte.
That shit is crazy. And you know what's crazier than that, folks? Let me show, first, before I even show you this, let me show you the people that were involved in it, the adults that were involved in it. Because they're saying it was 4 adults, 7 juveniles. Look, those are the adults that's involved in it. Now, like I said, what's crazier about this, going out there 1:30 in the morning to fight, bringing an 8-year-old boy, a 9-year-old boy with you, bunch of teenagers and grown-ups with a 9-year-old boy. He loses his life, right, after being shot. Look at the reason they was out there real quick.
Following that deadly shooting of a 9-year-old boy in Pageland.
The sheriff's office there has now named the people associated with the weekend tragedy. A staggering 11 people face charges connected to that child's death. Investigators have not publicly identified the child just yet.
James Langley, Raven Deese, James Jordan, and Bryson Deese are among the people charged. 7 minors also face a slew of charges, including murder. The minors range between 13 and 16 years old. Investigators say the shooting happened at the Blue Sky Mart, that's off Highway 9, happened around 1:30 Sunday morning. WBTV got the store's surveillance footage that appears to show multiple shots exchanged between 2 groups. Reports say the 2 groups, which included juveniles and adults, even parents, met at the store to fight. It's believed the fight was over a girl. Now, we're going to continue to follow this story. We'll report back whatever we find out.
Disgusting. Disgusting. But then again, I'm keeping it real. Looking at them, they ain't got good sense to begin with. Dumbasses. Now, this is a picture of the little boy that lost his life. Let me show you something. It says the people that were involved in the death of a 9-year-old boy early Sunday morning have been identified by the Chesterfield County Sheriff's Office on Monday night, which was yesterday. The Sheriff's Office said on Monday, September 29th, they had charged 11 people in connection with the death of a 9-year-old boy who was shot in the parking lot of a convenience store in Pageland. Officials said that the child was a 4th grade student at Pageland Elementary School. The sheriff said around 1:30 in the morning on Sunday, September 28th, the deputies responded to the Blue Sky Mart off South Carolina Highway number 9. When deputies arrived, they found a 9-year-old boy with a gunshot wound to the face. The face. Chesterfield County Sheriff Cambo Streeter said they believe the 2 teen boys were meeting to fight about what they believed to be over a girl. I ain't gonna read what he said about the community. I'm gonna stay on this thing. It was just a quote about him saying something about the community. Of the 11 people charged, there were 3 adults, another was 17 years old and will be charged as an adult, and the remaining 7 were teenagers ranging from the age of 13 to 16. Now look at the ages of these people. I want you to see how the blind lead the blind. And while we all fucked up out here now with violent kids and so on and so forth. 3 adults were charged. The 3 adults charged were 35-year-old Raven Dees, right? Now she's the woman, 35-year-old woman who was charged with 4 counts of unlawful neglect towards a child, 4 counts of contributing to the delinquency of a minor, homicide by child abuse, assault and battery by mob resulting in death, breach of peace, high and aggravated nature, possession of a weapon during violent crime. 4 of those kids was hers. That's why she got all them different counts. Now she a mom out there with kids. Look at this next guy, this old looking dude. James Langley, 37, charged with 4 counts unlawful neglect towards a child, 4 counts of yada yada, delinquency of a minor, homicide by child abuse, assault and battery by mob resulting in death, breaching in peace, high and aggravated nature. They all got the same charge. James Langley, he the old dude like he on meth. Now, let's look at the hippie with the beard and the mustache and the long hair and a big forehead. James Jordan, age 28, charged with murder, assault and battery by mob resulting in death, possession of a weapon during a violent crime, felony possession of a weapon, he's a felon, breach of peace, high aggravated assault, assault and battery, 1st degree, discharging a firearm, and he's the one that shot the little boy. James Jordan. Look at this boy right here, 17 years old, being charged as an adult with the bad hair. Look like he got a bad wig on. Bryson D, 17 years old, who will be charged as an adult and charged with murder, assault and battery by mob resulting in death, possession of a firearm during the violent crime, possession of a firearm by a person under 18, breach of peace, high and aggravated nature, aggravated assault, 1st degree, discharging a firearm in an occupied vehicle. So Bryson Deese, the boy, and this Scooby-Doo, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo looking dude are the ones that shot. The older guy is the one that got the charge of killing the kid. So I want you to think about this. A fight over a girl brings adults that you would think would be the voice of reason and responsibility out of their beds, 1:30 in the morning. Let's go over there and ride out. 17-year-old boy, 13-year-old kids out there. One person brings his son. All of them go out there. 1:30 in the fucking morning. Y'all should be asleep. Or them kids should be at least. Y'all agree or disagree. This is how fucked up the world is. Everything's ass backwards. Go out there. Fight. Some old trailer trash looking shit. Go out there and fight over a girl. What man lets his kids go out there and fight over a girl? 1:30 in the morning. You know what? Fuck this. I'll make you a man. This is what men do. Come on. You got a woman out there. No voice of reason. She out there juggernauting like every goddamn body else. Dumb. Looking at their faces, all of them had a lot of things to worry about, ranging from haircuts to putting on deodorant or getting their teeth fixed, instead of going out there and worrying about kids fighting and trying to kill each other and rah-rahing that shit on. Let me tell you something, people. People whose life is a walking caution sign have no reason. They have no, I don't even know the word, I can't even speak. No problem putting you in danger. And a lot of us, when we were younger, was always warned about hanging with the wrong crowd. That's the wrong crowd, and they got children. What do you think they're teaching their kids? Look how stupid they look. Not their first rodeo. Blind leading the blind. That one man up there that looked like he's 70 fucking years old is what? Where's he at? James Langley, 37. I'm 52. I'm 52 and he 37. What kind of life you think he led? Look at his face. He looked like people, like somebody threw bird seed on his face in Central Park and the pigeons just fucked him up. Look at his face. Now I know sometimes people can't help how they look, But the road you travel in life as a man, show all over your goddamn face. Exhibit A, right the fuck there. A 9-year-old boy is dead because he was guided by motherfuckers that walk in the dark and evidently fight. I'd show them all the flowers. All of them. All 4 of them. Because y'all could have stopped that shit and didn't. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Fuck these people. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know people's past, but looking at them, they had a fucked up future or had none. And they put it on the kids. Now a bunch of kids is caught up. The girl they was arguing about, probably laughing, saw it on the news, and then ran to another dude. Or getting pursued by somebody else. And they all look stupid. Every time you go to jail, either it's the next day when you wake up and realize that shit wasn't a dream, you come to the reality where you're like, damn, I fucked up. When all that adrenaline and tough guy shit wear off, and you got to realize about the job you had or the responsibilities of other children you had, and they all left out there in the wilderness because it's a stupid decision you made, then it hits you. I will see you in the next video. Take care. This is a goddamn shame.